In this recording, I'm going to be showing you how to use the rotate tool to rotate objects around a shape. So first what I'm going to do is have one color here and take off the stroke. I'm going to come up to my rectangle tool and have the ellipse tool, holding down Shift to make it the size I want. Now what I like to do, I want to copy this. So I'm going to do Option Command click and drag, or on a PC, Alt Command click and drag. And then I'm going to make this smaller by holding down Shift again to keep it in proportion. And drag it over, maybe making it a bit smaller here. And I want to change the color as well. So I'm just going to double click on my color right here and make it a little bit brighter. Now to make sure that these are both central with each other, I'm going to click and drag so they're both selected, and then come up here to my Align tool and come to Horizontal Align Center. So now that I have both of them, I'm going to click on my Rotate tool and sort of hover until I see the word Center, and then I'm going to hold down Option or Alt and click. Now that's something very easy to forget, but something that you need to make sure that you also remember and take notes on, because if not, you'll be getting duplicates of this shape, and we don't want that. Now when something's rotating around a circle, it's a 360 understanding. So the angle that you want and the space that you want between the shapes needs to be divisible by 360. So I'm going to click 24 for this, and I'm going to click Preview so you can see how far it's rotating. If you want a little bit tighter, try 18. And then instead of hitting OK, we're going to hit Copy. So you can see that this is pretty tight here, but that's fine. And now all I want to do is I want to duplicate these. So I'm going to do Command D for duplicate. And you see that it's duplicating quite a lot. Now what's actually here is that there's tons of shapes under here, but they all stayed in the same place. If we were to go and just come over to the Rotate tool and double click, you would have had a bunch of these shapes rotating around as well, when really all we wanted were the small circles. So now what we want to do is select all of them. Then we want to come to our Pathfinder over here. If your Pathfinder is not open, all you have to do is come to Windows, Pathfinder. And then what you'll want to do is come over and find Merge, which is usually right here in the middle. And it did make this all one shape. If you still want the circle and then this part a different shape, all you have to do then is go to Ungroup. But now you have one circle instead of the multiple ones, and all of these were merged together. So that's one way you can do it. Let's try a different way. So let's say I want to make a sun. So I'm going to come here, make another circle. And since we're doing a sun, let's make it sun colors. And now instead of a circle, I want to do a triangle. So I'm going to come over to my star shape, click and drag, and with my down and up arrows, we can add or take away points. So I'm going to do my down arrow and have my triangle. And I might make it a little bit smaller. So I'm making sure that I'm on my V, or my selection tool. So I'm just going to make it a little squat and smaller. And again, I'm going to select them both, come up to Align, make sure I'm on Horizontal Align Center. Going to my Rotate, which is R, hovering down until I see Center, and then holding down Option, Preview, and then Copy, and then Command D. And there we go. So again, selecting all of them, coming up to your Pathfinder. Again, if you cannot find this, it's under Window, Pathfinder, and Merge. So you can see here that it's a little bit bumpy. I don't really like that. So there's different ways we can do that, but if you want sort of a funky, fun shape, what I would suggest doing is coming over to your Smooth tool, So it can be any of these that pop up, but it could be your pencil, it could be your shaper tool. But here's my smooth tool. I'm going to highlight that one more time, smooth it out, and you can see all the anchor points come. So if I just sort of gear my smooth tool, I'm just clicking and dragging here around the circle. And there I go. So it's a little funky, but that's one way you can do it. Another way you can do it is where you use your shape builder and you make a circle and you cut it out. And you do it that way. So if I were to ungroup these, we'll just move this guy over. I'll make a bigger circle. Maybe too big. And I'll make sure to select and then align, and then use my Shift M, my shape builder, holding down Option, and getting rid of these. And then pop that back in. And align again. And there you go. So again, the rotation tool can be a great asset for you. Easy to do as long as you remember those simple steps.